Two Republican-led House committees are questioning Hunter Biden today. This is part of the impeachment inquiry into his father, President Joe Biden.
Republicans say Hunter Biden's testimony is critical to their investigation, which centers around allegations that then Vice President Biden profited off of his family members' foreign business dealings. But the investigation hit a major roadblock this month. The former FBI informant at the heart of the case, well, he was charged with fabricating the story. A federal judge has since ordered Alexander Smirnov to remain behind bars as he awaits trial.
For more on this, let's bring in CBS News contributor Samantha Vinograd. She's also the former Assistant Secretary for Counterterrorism and Threat Prevention at the Department of Homeland Security. Sam, great to have you with us. What exactly are lawmakers hoping to learn from Hunter Biden today?
Well, based upon the thin evidentiary basis that's defined this inquiry from the get-go, it has frankly felt more like a campaign tactic for the Republicans than an actual impeachment. Today, we understand that Republican lawmakers are seeking, after months of frankly coming up empty, to make some sort of tie between Hunter Biden's business dealings and his father, President Biden. Despite months of interviews, questioning of witnesses, and other work, Republican lawmakers have not been able to make that kind of connection to date. And after the unsurprising news that an FBI confidential human source fabricated information about an alleged tie between Hunter Biden and his father, this impeachment inquiry, frankly, is completely out of gas.
Samantha, let's dive deeper into that, because the former informant at the center of the case that you're talking about, he claims to have ties to Russian intelligence officials. Given your background, explain the significance of that.
Well, we should keep in mind that confidential human sources, or a CHS as it's referred to in the indictment, oftentimes do fabricate information for any number of reasons, whether personal bias, because they've been given bribes to fabricate information, or other factors. And that's why a confidential human source's information is vetted by their handler and by others. It would not be surprising if the Russian intelligence services did find this confidential human source and provide him with dirt on President Biden to try to tarnish President Biden's image. That is a textbook tactic by Russian intelligence. Russian intelligence, we know from the Mueller report, for example, found individuals on the Trump campaign to share dirt with. That's detailed in Volume 1 of Mueller's report. And again, a textbook tactic for Russian intelligence services. It's to provide dirt, whether real or otherwise, to an individual to try to feed into the public discussion, for example, on a candidate, to try to tarnish their image. If we think about Russia's strategic goals, we know that they are focused on undermining Americans' faith in public institutions. They are focused on deepening divisions in the United States, and that they use their influence campaigns to accomplish those objectives.
Samantha, what does this mean about what we will all experience over the next 9 months? We have an election just around the corner. Democrats and Republicans have warned about the very thing you've highlighted, and yet still these allegations and claims gain traction, or at least attention. So what are we entering into now?
Well, every American should be aware that Russia's election interference is ongoing. It is broad and deep. They are using new tactics, potentially artificial intelligence even, to try to influence the public's perception about candidates. We also know that they have historically had a preference for President Donald Trump. The U.S. Intelligence Committee made that assessment in January 2017, and I would imagine it holds true today.
All right, Samantha, thank you.